Hi guys, I'm Sky Rose and welcome to my channel. I just got a couple of new marker sketchbooks for my Copics and I'm going to be trying them out. I've got one rectangle and one square. You can't really see them on the black desktop, so I'll try a piece of paper. Anyway, I got them from There's lots of O's and lots of H's, and they're supposed to be made specifically for alcohol markers, so I guess we'll see how they work. I've done one video using my Copics before, but that was my first try, and well, I'm still very new at them, so I thought it'd be fun to do a video with them again. Like I said before, my sister actually bought me these Copics, and I'm looking forward to trying them again today and having some fun. So I want to do this as professionally as possible. I actually got this idea from Waffles. She's one of my favorite art YouTubers, so I thought it'd be fun to just go all professional and swatch out all my markers so I can see what they look like on the paper, and then I have a list of them. They are in no specific color order, as you will soon see, so I just didn't take time to sort them out or anything. I thought I'd start with the colorless blender, but as you can imagine, it had no color. So I just skipped on to the grays and just started out with those, and I really do like Copics. They're a whole lot of fun. As someone who has been primarily digital for the past several years, it's really fun to get in and start trying something new. Well, I am not going to bore you with watching me swatch out all the Copics that I have. I did both the brushing and the chisel tip, so I'm just gonna jump on ahead here and get to where I'm done swatching, and we're gonna get on into the next thing that Waffles usually does when she's doing this is thumbnails. I've never really been one to thumbnail my drawings, but I thought it would be fun to try, and not surprisingly, I found it very effective to just figuring out where I wanted to go with this. Now, one thing about me, I love dragons. I am like obsessed with them. So I thought it would be fun to incorporate dragons into my cover and side cover first page design of my book. So I already had a general idea of what I wanted the picture to be, so I just did a couple of different ideas, but I did want to do at least one full body of her holding up this little dragon in front of her, so that's what I went for with my taller sketchbook. I went on ahead and just sketched out a quick thumbnail for what I'm wanting to do with the square one. It will also include a dragon because, well, I love dragons and I include them anywhere I possibly can. So my second idea, I didn't want to do a full body just because there's so much extra work and lazy, I know. So I just thought I'd just do like a bit of a shoulder view with the little dragon draped across her shoulders, just enjoying himself and relaxing. Alright, so now that I've settled on the design that I'm going for, I'm going back to the front page. I decided to actually do it on a page so that if I messed up I could rip it out. I'm a cheater, I know, but the markers do not seem to have a problem with bleeding through onto the other pages behind it, but I just put that piece of paper there just to be safe. Now, like I said, I am primarily into digital art, and I use 3D models a lot just because I stink at body perspective, proportions. So this was a real fun challenge for me, and as I draw this out, you will see me multiple times putting my fingers up to the head and then popping it down the body just to make sure I've got the proportions right. I'm still not sure it came out 100% correct in the end, but hey, I think I'm actually very proud with the outcome of this. Alright, so I got the sketch done. I just skipped over doing the line art because it's basically just watching me do the sketch process again, just it's a little faster. But I have not used Copic markers very much. This would make the third official time I have colored with them, so I am still learning. So like normal when I do digital art, I just started out with the skin and found the colors that seemed to match pretty well with the shading and went from there. Alright, I'm done coloring the skin and I'm just gonna jump into doing the hair. I decided to make this one be blonde because a lot of the characters I create are blonde. I'm not sure why, the hair color always seems to match most of the characteristics of the characters I create. But I love coloring hair. It's probably my favorite thing to color just because you can make it look so realistic and it's just fun. Hair is a lot of fun for me. And as you can see, I didn't do too swell of a job with this one. I'm still proud of it, but it could have still used a little bit of work. But overall, for third time ever coloring with Copics, I'm still pretty happy with it. Now this dress, it was a bit of a challenge for me. Just especially when I got to the skirt and was doing those larger areas of shading. I'm still working on the whole blending technique thing, so I wasn't too happy with how it turned out at first, and still looking at it right now, it's a little but it's not bad. I do only have 36 colors, which is plenty, but... And then we went to the little dragon. I just made him a classic little green dragon. I switch him back and forth between pages for references of which color would be best to use. I think he turned out adorable. I personally love him and think he is very, very cute. Alright, and here is the finished mostly sketchbook pages, just putting a little shading under her feet just to make her blend in a little bit there, but I'm pretty happy with that. And now we're moving on to the square one. Now this will be fun. I chose an easier picture for this one, just shoulders and a dragon, because I'm really glad I did, because I don't think I want to draw all that skirt again anytime soon. So first I just blocked out where I wanted the sketchbook 2 text to go, and then I just started drawing her in and getting her to where I wanted her. Originally, I had thought about actually be making her face the other direction since the other one was facing the left. I thought it would make her facing the right, but in my little thumbnails it didn't quite work out well, so I more made her be facing a little more forward-ish while still at a bit of a 3/4 angle, and it worked out very well. I'm actually very proud of this picture. Now you may have noticed that I suddenly have on very green nail polish. Well, there's a reason. The fine liner I was using for the other one, it smeared a little. It wasn't bad, but just enough to be annoying, so I ordered me some more to use on this one. And in the meantime, I went on ahead and got the sketch done. St. Patrick's Day came, and my coworker wanted us to dress up like leprechauns, so I ended up wearing some of the brightest, loudest green nail polish you have ever seen in your life. It's even worse than on camera, somehow. I don't even know how. So that's my excuse for my suddenly magical appearing nail polish. Alright, so here's the finished sketch. I'm actually very happy with it. Like I said, I had to wait a little bit to continue as I was waiting for my new micron fine liners to come in. I got them in 8 different sizes, and I also got 3 Jelly Roll white pens so I could put the little reflections in their eyes. And you'll probably also notice that my nail polish has worn off a little. As of right now, it is still on my fingers though. I've been trying to get it off. It does not want to remove itself. Well, I started out with, I believe it was the 0.5 fine liner. I kind of wish I'd started with one that was a little bit smaller, but overall, I do like it. And here's a spoiler. They do not smear when you color over them with Copics, which is absolutely awesome and exactly what I wanted. So thank you all you other art YouTubers out there who use microns, or else I would never have known what type of fine liner to get. And it's great that they're not terribly expensive. I started with outlining the letters, but I quickly realized that that was a mistake and made it look messy, so I just skipped over the outlining and just colored over it with a Copic, and I actually really like how it turned out. Now, I tried a little bit of a different approach when I went to color her skin as opposed to the other one. The other one, because it was such a small area, I just colored her whole entire face and then went back with my shading. Well, with this one, I decided to try and color everything in sections, and I think it actually worked out better because I just kind of split off little pieces and then I do the base color and then come back with the shadow and build it up, and it actually turned out really good. The camera makes these colors look very orange, but thankfully off camera, they are not that orange. Now when I went into coloring the hair, I kind of followed the same technique I did with the skin, just did small connecting sections at a time, and I really like how it turned out. I'm very happy with her hair, though I'll tell you, I started off using 5 or 6 different colors. By the end of it, I think I was using 4. Because I dropped a color or 2 when I realized they were not necessary. But I am very happy with how her hair came out. It came out looking, I'm pretty much sure, as close to realistic as is possible. Actually, it's amazing how much of the same techniques you can use with Copics as you use with digital. And that's really surprising to me. I don't know why, but how I'm coloring this with the Copics is exactly how I color it with my digital art. So it's not too big of a learning curve. It's just, you know, a new challenge. I didn't want this dragon to be a green like the other one, although I do think he would have been adorable green. My second thought was red, and I went, no, I can't. Her hair is red. So I decided to make him blue. And so I started with the gray, but then it wasn't quite close enough to the lightest blue I had, so I ended up just coloring it all over with my lightest blue and then coming back and adding in his little highlights. But I do love this little dragon. I think he turned out absolutely adorable. I love his face, and I'm just very happy with this little guy. Alright, the last thing left to do is color in her shirt, and this didn't take very long. But I do have a lot of fun coloring with these. I'm hoping to do more in the future, especially now that I have fine liners that don't smear and jelly roll pens so I can put the highlights in their eyes. You have no idea how big of a deal that is for me. Be sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe to keep up with everything that's coming, because I have a lot of plans and a lot of fun. So be sure to keep track of that, and y'all have a nice day. Bye.